Around town. It's time for us to talk business now on the program. Check your time. It is just 23 minutes before 10 o'clock. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. I have my guest in the studio with me, and today it's time for business activation, and we have John Paul Iwuha in the building. We're going to be having a conversation very soon. But before we go into the conversation, I want to talk about the export seminar that is coming up on the 4th of November. That is this Saturday. This Saturday, we have Export Masterclass coming up at the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, number 42, Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. It's starting by 9 a.m. 9 a.m. on the dot, and Mr. Godwin Oyefeso will be there. He'll be the facilitator on the program. Now, I'm trying to connect with him, but I've not been able to do that to get your questions answered. Like I told you that I'll be bringing him on board every day as we build up to the masterclass to answer all of the questions and all the doubts that you have. But I've not been able to connect with him. So what can happen now is you could still send your questions. Send it to this number to 08022493182 08022493182. Now that's the number. If you'll be coming for the export seminar, which is this Saturday, that's the number for you to send your phone number and just tell me you're interested. I'll give you all the infos that you need. I'll give you the fee. The fee for the seminar is 50,000 naira, and that's the fee. You have today to pay up because by tomorrow we will close. We've already gotten the numbers that we want, but we promise that we're going to talk about it today and also tomorrow. So you have the opportunity now to make your payment. And if you've made your half payment, please complete the payment. So this is the number. Export seminar coming up. Export Masterclass is 08022493182. So that's it. Now let's move on to our conversation today. We have the business activator in the building. I'll tell you a little about him and then we'll quickly move on to the conversation today. John Paul Iwuha is a business activator who has worked with entrepreneurs to fix difficult problems at the startup and growth stages of business. And for more than a decade, John Paul has helped dozens of entrepreneurs to start new businesses, raise funds, grow sales, optimize business models, and solve human capital and growth problems. His clients are active in industries that range from agribusiness and tech to retail, healthcare, manufacturing, energy, financial services, and other sectors. And John Paul is an alumnus of PwC and qualified as a chartered certified accountant with ACCA. He's a frequent speaker, a trainer, and a judge who's worked with business networks and entrepreneur focused organization. He has been featured on several platforms, several media platforms, including CNN, TRT, World Huffington Post, Fidelity Bank SME Forum, and the Africa Diaspora News Channel. And in 2018, he was recognized by LinkedIn as a top voice on startups and entrepreneurship. I want to say entrepreneurship development. He is right here this morning, and we have a lot to talk about. But before we get into the conversation, we're giving out something today. We're giving out money. Yeah, money. You heard right. So we'll be giving out money to people that have been following the Thursday edition of the program. If you've been following, we will know because we'll have a question that we'll ask you. And if you get it right, you'll be credited. You'll be credited with a good sum of money that you could use this weekend. So what do you need to do now? How do you participate? How do you get in? What you can do now, let me say very clearly, because now money matter be this one. Yes, go to www.activator.com/903FM. Let me say it again. www.activator. The activator is spelled ACTIVATOR. Then HQ, number H and Q for Queen.com//903 FM. When you go there, when you click on it, a page will come up. You'll see Business Strategy Group. Business Strategy Group VOP 90.3 FM. So there is a WhatsApp channel for this group, for this business strategy. We have a WhatsApp channel. So what you can do is to click on it, on that channel, follow it. And when you follow it, you're going to see a code on that WhatsApp channel. There is a code there. The code is what you just need. So when you get the code, when you call into the program, you tell us the code, or you send the code to us. Just call in, tell us this is the code. The code is this, and then that's it. It's as simple as that. But first of all, you have to follow the channel. So it's a process to get this money, but you can get the money. It's very easy. One of the easiest way to get money now in Nigeria, because so it's easy. Let me tell you again. Just go right now. Just go to www.activatorhq.com/903 FM. When you go there, just click on it. It will take you to a page that has Business Strategy Group VOP 903 FM. Just click on it. You see a VOP channel there. Just click on that channel, follow it, and then you see the passcode. There's a code there. That's it. Simple. So when we call for it, you tell us the code, and you are in for the money. And it's fastest finger, because many people will be applying, and we're going to select the number one. So you have to follow the channel. Now, today, we want to look at a very interesting topic, which is the 5 secrets of successful business idea. You have a business idea, you want it to flourish. There's a secret to it. If you said the food that will be sweet, when you see it with your eyes, you will know. They say food when go sweet. Now, you take this. When you see and they say this one go sweet. Yes. So there are some business ideas that have some secrets. That's why you see people investing. You say, let me hear this your idea. You say that, like, wow, okay, how much do you say you need? And they give these people money. And you'll be wondering that I've been moving around with my business idea. Nobody's giving me money to do it, because you are lacking the secret. So that's why we're going to talk about it today. So, Mr. John Paul Iwoha, business activator, over to you on this.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes.
So today's topic is very important, particularly if you want to start a new business. You want to start a new business, you want to raise money from investors, or you have an existing business and you want to launch new products or diversify that business for more revenue. So these are the 3 categories of people that I think need to listen carefully to today's topic. You want to start a new business, you want to introduce a new product, you want to raise money from investors, or you want to diversify into a new product line. There are 5 secrets that any successful business idea will have. And why this is important is that a lot of people have business ideas. They will tell you their problem is money, their problem is time, their problem is this, that. Essentially, if you don't want to get into trouble, you have to listen to what I have to say today. The first critical secret every successful business idea has is that they are focused on problems. And the logic is very simple. People will pay money to solve their problems. In fact, the bigger the problem, the more people need a solution to that problem. So when a business is built on problems, you will just notice that, for instance, you have a business that is running, and it appears that in this economy, they are not as hit as other businesses. If you're in the business of solving problems, you hardly run out of business, because as long as those problems exist, you will always be in business. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, and I'm using the 2 words because it depends on which side you fall on, we happen to be in a part of the world where there's an abundance of problems. Unfortunately, the approach is that the human reaction to problems is that you complain about the problems, you blame about the problems, whatever it is, but the problem is still there looking at you. So the people or the businesses that can solve problems are the ones who have access to money. Because when something is a problem for you, you want to solve it. There are 3 critical types of problems that you need to focus on. The first is physical problems, and essentially in terms of pain. So you look at things like security, things like healthcare, things like wellness, whether it is physical wellness or mental health and things like that. Any business that is involved in these things, they hardly have issues, because the bigger the problems you're solving in this area, the better for you. You now have a situation in Nigeria where they tell you about 1 in about 5 people, 1 to 2 of 5 people now has some kind of chronic ailment, whether it's diabetes, blood sugar, hypertension, right? Those are problems. Those people have to take their drugs. It doesn't matter how much the drugs are, what they have to take those drugs.
If they want to stay alive.
If they want to stay alive, because that's a big problem. So you can imagine that with everything that is happening, those people that are importing these drugs into the country and the people who are selling them are still selling. In fact, at that point, the only difference you're looking at now is, should I buy generic, the Indian ones, or should I buy the brand ones? It's not about price. But whether you buy that drug, you must buy it. If you want to stay alive, you have to buy it. That's the kind of problem they cater to, physical problems. The second type of problems, which is my favorite, is financial problems. And why I say it's my favorite is that almost many types of businesses in Nigeria right now are struggling with all kinds of problems. Is it the power problem, the cost of diesel right now? Is it with generating sales? Is it with making profits? Is it with handling their employees? So wherever there is a financial problem, either an opportunity to make more profits, save money, or exploit opportunity, if you are into solving that kind of problem, you have an advantage. The third type of problem that is also quite interesting is emotional problems. What another type of problem we find in abundance in Nigeria is the emotional side of the problem. That's why there are certain industries like, anything that concerns dealing with your self-worth, your self-esteem, the supernatural, finding solutions to your problem, whether it's village people or whatever. It is booming in this country. And if you look at it, what are they focused on? All the money that is spent in those industries, what is it spent on? People want to solve their problems. So they are having physical problems, whether it is financial problem, health problem, or whatever. But they believe that there's somebody responsible for the problem. And you show up and you're like, I have a program, I have whatever it is. Attend, your problem will be solved.
Yes.
These industries are built on problems. If you look at the industries that are making a lot of money right now in Nigeria, there are industries that are critical to certain kinds of problems. So I want to just share a couple of examples so that people get a sense of what I mean by serious problems. One common problem I'm noticing now with my students and clients that are market facing is that the rates of theft in businesses has increased now, particularly from customers and employees. So the guys that are running supermarkets, they are now having incidences of people come in and they steal. Or somebody buys something, they don't pay for it on the counter and they go. That's because the state of the economy means that people cannot afford things they normally used to afford. You can imagine somebody. So the last conversation we had it yesterday or the day before yesterday. What did the person steal? It was a cream. The person stole a cream. So somebody has been using a cream, now looks a certain way, has a certain complexion. And all of a sudden, you're telling me I can no longer afford that cream. Will people even recognize me when my skin is no longer responding? So those things are happening. So if you have a solution for that sort of problem, that's why we're now seeing an increased demand for things like surveillance, CCTV, all those systems that can spot and catch those things. Even in the area of employees, you now have systems where if your employees come in, they are the physical ones where the employees can physically log in, as in they put their fingerprint and it takes attendance. Yeah. Or some you can do it on your app, but you have to do it within a certain number of meters from the office. That's how your employer knows that you have reported for work. So businesses have a lot of problems, particularly in all these areas of how do I save money? How do I make more money? How do I make more sales? How do I make more profits? Businesses have problems. Another interesting problem, fertility problems. So there are couples that they are faced with, be married for several years. They don't have no issue, no child. It's a problem. It's a physical problem and a major emotional problem. And there is a niche market for that now, particularly in Abuja, Lagos, where those guys are now considered miracle workers. You have people who they say they cannot conceive. They go in there because of the modern methods that these people have brought into Nigeria. They are now able to increase the chances that somebody can conceive and have a child. And those procedures are very expensive. Why? They solve a problem, a very critical one. Yeah, that even borders on the emotional side of how will I be? I will not be a father. I will not be a mother. It's a big problem. Yes. People will solve it. Another problem I'm seeing, another interesting problem will be we have a lot of production going on in Nigeria right now. So right now in some markets, you will notice that onions has gone scarce again. And this is not the first or even the 100th time. Onions and tomatoes and peppers, we always go through this cycle. The farmers produce a lot of it. At a point, they are everywhere. You go to buy 1,000 naira onions. The jar they will give you might even be almost equal to the one that you bought. Then right now, you go to buy the same thing, and they are giving you half of what you bought before because the thing is scarce. So post-harvest losses is a big problem. When you buy from the farms, even in all the big markets that we have here in Lagos, when the market closes, do you know how all those people store the tomatoes? They just cover it. And that's why it goes bad. So a lot of food goes to waste because there is no storage. There's no refrigerated storage. So you're now seeing companies that are like Cool Hubs and a couple of them. They go into all these big markets like Mile 12 and a couple of them. And they set up this solar-powered cold storage. So when you close for the day, you bring your basket of tomatoes and everything, put it inside the cold storage. They charge you per case of what you bring in. Then in the morning when you come out to buy to sell, you take your tomatoes. So normally your tomatoes would have started spoiling by day 3. But now you can sell the same tomatoes for up to 7 days or more.
You can even sell at a good price.
At a good price because you are no longer under pressure that to go back.
Yes.
That is a problem. Are you telling me that such a person in this economy is crying? Because to sell to business people is very simple. Right now, you are losing 30,000 naira a week or a day based on what you are currently doing. With this my solution that will cost you about 5,000 naira, you will make far more than what you are losing right now. For a business person, that calculation makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's another one.
Yes.
Another problem is for people that have children, passing every year, the median age in Nigeria now, population of 220 million people, the median age is 18 years old. So for the next 30 to 40 years, every year we're going to have a heavy stream of people writing JAMB and SSCE in this country. That is a huge market. Because the education sector is very interesting. The consumer is different from the customer. The consumer is the young boy or the young girl. The customer is the parent. It's the parents that feel the pinch of, my child has not yet entered school. My child has not yet passed. Beyond the physical discomfort, the emotional thing of, look at my other friend. His child has entered school. My own child has not entered school. Oh, what did your child score in JAMB? How many credits did your boy get? It's a problem for parents. So when you look at exam prep centers, all these SSC and GC and JAMB centers,
yes,
you will not believe how much demand they keep enjoying because every parent wants their child to progress in life and they see education as that key. So you might see them on the road and say, what's going on today? Those are major business centers, these JAMB and SSC centers. Why? They solve a critical problem. You want to pass JAMB, you want to pass SSC, you come here, and then those ones that have a solid record, they are always in business. So these are examples of problems that we may complain about in Nigeria. We may not like, they may discomfort us, but the thing is that the biggest money, the biggest revenue earners are in problems. Now, having said that, problems are not entirely bulletproof. Not all problems are the same. And I'm going to share 3 red flags you need to look out for. The first one is solving a problem that is not painful enough. There are people that are in businesses that say they are solving problem. I'm solving a problem. But your problem is not painful enough. If you are solving a problem that is not painful enough, this is how the market will react, particularly in Nigeria. We will endure the problem. We're already an enduring people. So if there's a problem that I have and it's not serious enough, I will endure it rather than pay you 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000. Because that person is not motivated enough. They feel they can still survive with their problem.
Yeah.
There are people that are in a state of what I call bleeding neck problem. It's like your neck is bleeding right now. If you don't act soon, you may lose your life. So it may be a business. My business is about to crash. If I don't solve this problem now, I need sales like yesterday. I need to save costs. Diesel is, So the more urgent the problem, the greater the motivation for that person to pay you a lot more money because it's now about survival. But if you are solving a problem that the person is like, what you're selling is expensive. When somebody says it's expensive, I know the problem is not yet as serious as it should be. Yes. So that's the first one. If the problem is not serious enough. The second is if your solution is too expensive. So there's a question I want to ask you, Mary. I know that in every house, you need bulbs, light bulbs. The thing with light bulbs is that after a couple of months, some will die and you need to change them. Mm-hmm. What if I told you that, okay, it's a problem. In the night, you need light. I've developed this special bulb that can never die. In fact, the rating on the bulb is 100 years. You can use this bulb for 100 years, it will never die. You know, I need it to. So that means I don't even have to think about bulbs anymore. But I tell you the price is 1 million. Will you buy a bulb for 1 million?
Oh yeah.
You see the reaction on your face. You see.
Yeah.
So what it means is that
I will buy the one that will kill. I will change. It doesn't cost me anything to change.
You see, at the end of the day, it doesn't really cost you. So, and that is a problem that some businesses have. They are truly solving a problem, but because of the cost of the solution, people are living with it. Let me even give you a closer one. Using generators, we know right now, is very noisy, very inconvenient. And then even we've had cases of people who die from generator fumes and things like that. And the cost of petrol is rising. So with all these problems that I've mentioned to you, if I then tell you, I have this solution, it is solar. You don't need to buy fuel. You just put it on your roof. The energy source is free. It's coming from the sun. God is the one that is supplying you fuel. No noise, no toxic fumes, no need to service generator, nothing. You will have light 24/7. You're like, as I'm talking to you, you're nodding. Then I say, when can you come and install it for me? How much is it? And I'll tell you, it's 5 million. Guess what? You will go back home and keep drawing your gen. And you'll be happy drawing the gen because, yes, it's a problem, but the solution is still too far off.
Yes.
The solution is too expensive. So that's another thing you need to look out for. You may have a solution, but if people feel that the solution will even, in fact, getting your solution will even create a bigger problem for me, they will ignore your solution and keep and remain committed to their suffering. The third red flag to watch out for is to have a solution for an imagined problem. And the people that typically have this challenge are people that tell you they are building a business around their passion. So if you say you have a passion, you want to build a business, I say, what problem are you solving? You say, there are people who sometimes they feel down. So my passion is I like writing poems, and my poems solves like people with mental health problems. It may be okay. Yeah.
Can we hold the thought? We need to go pay some bills now. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Keep it here.
87 consecutive years, the annual Lagos International Trade Fair had remained the platform for indigenous and foreign exhibitors, as well as visitors all over the world, to introduce or showcase new products, network business to business, and do clearance sales for 10 solid days. This largest exhibition in West Africa comes up this year with multiple specialized fairs, which include Children's Con, Entertainment Village, Tech Hub, and African Bowl. This year, more than 200 Chinese exhibitors have booked their spaces. Several Japanese exhibitors and many exhibitors from African countries are all booked for the trade fair. As an exhibitor, the fair affords you the needed opportunity to get your products and services showcased to over 1 million people during the fair. As visitors, you get to buy many household items at discounted rates. Date, Friday the 3rd to Sunday the 12th, November 2023. Venue, Tafawa Balewa Square, TBS, Lagos. Time, 8 a.m. Date, in commemoration of the 135th anniversary of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. There shall be 3 days of free entry to all visitors. For sponsorship and participation, contact 0700 524 6724 or send an email to litf@lagoschamber.com. To book your space today, visit www.lagosinternationaltrade.com.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iuka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafte Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's 3 minutes past 10. We have the business activator in the house, John Paul Iwoha. And today we are looking at the topic, the 5 secrets of successful business ideas. Now, I'll take a short break now to announce to you that we have some cash prize here to give to you. We're giving out 5,000 naira to someone. A lucky winner will just send it to your account. Very simple. You don't need to do a lot of work. All you need to do now is this. It's simple. Just go to www.activatorhq.com/903FM. www.activatorhq.com/903FM. The activator is spelled ACTIVATOR, then HQ, H and Q, like queen.com/903FM. When you get to the website, you're going to see a page that will tell you WhatsApp Business Strategy Growth VOP 903FM. Just click on it. There's a view channel there. There's a channel. There's a WhatsApp channel that we have for this our conversation. So we want to take you to the channel. So when you get to the channel, you're going to see a passcode. It's just a word. It's simple, just a sentence. So we need you to go to that channel, follow it, follow the channel, and tell us what's the passcode that is written there. It's very glaring. So go there, follow the channel. You have to follow it, and then tell us the passcode. Simple. And voila, the money will be transferred into your account. We'll ask you, send your account number, which is what everybody's really want to hear right now. Send account number, send it. Okay, now back to the conversation we're having. You've given us about 4. You said physical problem, solving physical problem, financial problem, emotional problem. Yeah, I think we are talking about the emotional problem.
No, I gave examples of exam prep, business issues and things like that. So I'm just exploring areas where people can find these problems.
You know, before we went for the break, you made a very good example that you might have a problem, but the problem is not serious enough for someone to pay a lot of money for. That you gave example of the light bulb, of the solar. That's where you
are. Yeah. So I was talking about the red flags. That the first one might be if you are trying to solve a problem that is not serious enough, people will not be motivated to pay. Instead, they will endure the problem. Number 2, if your solution is too expensive, people would rather embrace their problems, you know? So right now, the reason why solar is starting to penetrate is that the gap is closing. There are now even payment plans where you can pay small. So people can now make that jump to inverters and solar. Now that petrol is more expensive. I had a conversation in 2017 with a man from, I think it's Romania. He was working in Nigeria then. He was working for a bottling company in Nigeria. And he told me that why are we using mainly petrol? That in his country, if you open people's boots, you just see cylinder there. They mainly use gas. In 2017, he was telling me this. that they mainly use gas in their country. That why are we using petrol? Petrol is more. So then we did the whole market analysis and everything. But the reason why that business did not take off was that petrol was far cheaper. Then petrol was about 190 something or so. Petrol was way cheaper than the cost of gas. So it didn't make sense at that point. But now it's making sense. Because now all of a sudden you see that the trade-offs are, even in some areas, CNG is cheaper than petrol. So you have to, if you are solving a problem, you need to be sure. The more serious the problem is, the more immediate, the bleeding neck example I gave you, the greater the opportunity.
Yeah, for people to exploit.
Yeah.
But if you're solving a problem and it's too expensive, people will not. It's been said that a lot of Nigerians are looking for, that they prefer cheap goods to quality, prefer quantity to quality. The majority, not all, but majority. If you want to break into Nigerian market as a business person, that you focus more on the quantity rather than the quality. That would prefer something that is, the price is friendly, that you get more people.
Yeah, so I guess what they are saying there is, if you are creating a solution, there are two options. You can have a no-brainer solution, as in this thing solves your problem instantly and it almost costs you. You can instantly, there's no decision required. The second side is that you price it very high, because for that person you are solving the problem for, the cost is very heavy, particularly if it has to do around somebody's life or somebody losing money or things like that. So there are two types of people you meet when you are trying to solve problem. Like I said, there's the bleeding neck. My neck is bleeding. What it means is that I need help right now. Then there's a person who tells you, it be like say they pay me here or there, and they can easily just walk away and endure the pain. So it depends on who you are talking to. I would rather serve people that have bleeding neck problems, because those customers are very motivated to pay. They are very motivated to take action. They are very motivated to try your product.
Great. We still want to talk more. Want to go because
let's take calls or
let's take
messages.
Calls.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, someone is saying that no codes. When you go to that channel, you're going to see today's passcode is. Then you see today's passcode is. Then you see it is highlighted there. It's in bold. It's bold. It's highlighted, so you're
actually looking at it right now.
Yeah,
you're in the channel.
I wish I would just win.
You just say it and win it.
I win the money.
Yeah.
So let me give you the website again. What you need to do now to be part of it is just go to www.activatorhq.com/903FM. activatorhq.com/903FM. It's a slash, because when I say forward slash, some people like, which one is forward slash? Yeah. So put the slash there, 903FM. When you go there, you will see the business strategy VOP group. Click on that, click on the view channel, join the channel. When you join the channel, you're going to see today's passcode. So that's the code. Just know the code. We'll ask you what's the code, then you tell us the code, then you ask your questions. So if you're ready, we are. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Or you could send a WhatsApp. If you don't want to call, you could send a WhatsApp to us on WhatsApp message to us on 0700 903 903 9. So when you call in, just tell us the code first. Or when you send in your message, put the code and then send your normal message. So you might be the lucky winner. We have 5,000 naira for grabs. You grab the money right here. So the website again is www.activatorhq.com/903FM. Then you see the group there, the channel. Click on it and you see the code. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, the call dropped. You can call again 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. I don't know. I picked the call and it was singing. Please call again 0700 903 903 903. That's the number 0700 903 903 903. Or you could send a WhatsApp message. But if you want me to read your message out, you have to know the code. Yeah. So we'll know that you're listening. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Bariga.
Okay, your name is Emmanuel, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's today's passcode?
Ideas without execution are useless.
Yay!
No, don't say it yet. We don't know if it's correct or not. Don't have to. Other people are going to call. Okay, so that's your answer. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, great. I have your number. Do you have other questions concerning what we've talked about?
Not really. I think I've been able to assimilate everything that was spoken about, so I'm already on it already.
Okay. Are you following the channel? Because you have to follow it.
Yeah, sure. I'll follow the channel.
Okay. So I have your number. You might be the lucky winner. Thank you very much. So that's it. So you could call, because we don't have a winner yet. You have to call and then we'll pick the winner. You have to follow the channel. That's part of it. And then have the code, say the code right. So go to www.activatorhq.com/903FM. When you click on it, you will see the WhatsApp channel there. Just click on the WhatsApp channel. It's a VOP WhatsApp channel. Click on it, and then you see the passcode for the day. Just say it, and that's it. Now, we have let's see, a message here that says today's passcode is idea without executions are useless. Okay, what's your name? You didn't put your name. Please include your name, so that when you win, it's easy. We'll know that you're the winner of today's challenge. It's fine. You're going home with 5,000 naira that you could use this weekend to buy maybe shawarma and soft drink.
Yes.
Okay. So while we wait to take other calls and messages, let's go back to the conversation. Why it is important for your business idea to have all of these secrets. Can we go over it again? You're giving us about 5. Go over it again.
So today is the first of 5, and every week I'm going to be delving deeper into each one. Today we're focusing on problems. If you want to raise money from an investor, the quickest way to convince an investor is to start talking about the problem that you solve. Because that's how the investor can then understand the scale of the market demand, the size of the market, whether there's potential for your business to survive. Investors understand the language of problems very well. The bigger the problem you are solving, the more they will easily understand what you're trying to do. Okay. If you want to start a new business, speak in terms of which problem are you solving. If you can communicate the problem you are solving, it even helps you in sales. Customers understand the language of their problems more than they understand the language of solution, because the person that has a problem really doesn't know what solution they need. But if they feel that you can understand their language of the problems, then they will likely believe you that you can give them the solution that they are looking for. I wanted to mention this offhand. Even in very, very rich and lucrative industries in Nigeria, like banking, I heard one bank the other day release their quarterly results, 150 billion naira quarterly. One of the biggest problems our banking industry is facing is what is going on with cyber fraud. Nigerian banks lose billions of naira every year to somebody hacked into my account, somebody moved money from my account. All those issues that you're seeing, it's holding the banks by the neck. So one of the biggest thriving industries right now is cybersecurity, and unfortunately, Nigeria doesn't even have enough of them, because many of them are jackpotting. They are needed in the US, they are needed in Europe. If you have that skill of protecting the assets, the money of an organization, and it's not only banks, almost every company is coming under attack in terms of cyber fraud. So it's a problem that the banks and big companies have. So if you have a solution to that kind of problem, how much do you think a bank is willing to pay you? If you can say, last year, you lost 3 billion. With this, our solution, you will lose no more than 10% of that. So if I put a price for you, how much do you think you're willing to pay? You will pay me a lot if I can meet that demand. So these are the small industries in Nigeria that are just cleaning out. You just see somebody has a firm, they has only a couple of employees, and you're asking, this economy is bad. Why is this guy balling? He's solving a major problem for a major industry. Because without cybersecurity protection, they will be losing money on a daily. And banks will not open up and tell you they are losing money. Many of these things, they handle it hush-hush. Because if we feel that our money is no longer safe in the banks, it's not good for the banking system. So many of they are grumbling in pain, in silence. But it's a problem that our banks are going through. You see, banks are now closing earlier. You know, some banks now close 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Why? They want to save costs for diesel. So even big businesses have major problems. That if you can come up with a solution, and someday, I hope we'll have an opportunity next time to go into potential solutions. The bank one I talked about, for example, it's not one where you can say you want to build a local solution. There might be a company in the US or in Europe that already has a solution to this kind of thing, but they are not yet present in Africa. What some people go and do is they go and strike up agency or company representative. So the moment they accept you, any inquiry that comes from Nigeria, they will tell you, talk to our agents in Nigeria. Talk to this thing I'm telling you is very well established in the oil and gas industry. There are companies in the oil and gas industry, they make revenues of millions every year, but they don't really have any staff. What are they doing? They are agents for companies in America and the UK. Whenever you reach out to those companies, they'll say, talk to our guy in Nigeria. We have a country rep for Nigeria. We have a country rep for West Africa. We have a country rep for Africa. And when they come in to do the job, you get your own cuts as an agent. So this is essentially how you need to focus on big problems that the person or the companies that have those problems are very motivated to solve. Yeah.
Okay. We're getting, I have some messages here that they're asking questions. Someone is telling me that I'm finding it difficult to connect and follow the channel. You click, just like the way you follow on Instagram, just click on the follow.
Yeah, follow.
It's there at the top. Just follow the channel, follow it, and that's it. Because one of the criteria for you to win the money, you have to follow the channel. We're building a community of people that are business savvy, people that want to grow their business, people that know what doing business is all about. And you can't be that if you don't have the right information. So that's why we want you to go to the channel, follow it, so that all of the information will be dropping there. You'll get it all for free. There's even a book there on that channel. It's a book that you can download for free. It's hard to find good business idea in Nigeria. And in that book, they have 6 powerful strategies for discovering the gap and opportunity to make money in Nigerian market. Now, you get that book for free. So it's on the channel. So that's why we want you to follow it so you can get all of these freebies. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Yeah, turn down the volume on your radio set, please. Turn down the volume. Have you done that? Okay, please call me back. You have to move away from your radio or turn it down completely before you call so that there's no feedback. Now, the question here says, good morning to you. Today's passcode is idea without execution is useless. Okay, my name is Ngozi. Now, my question is this. You solve a problem, look for a problem that you can solve. I'm quite tired of it. That's the honest truth. I just want something. Tell me something that I can do that can bring money. I'm ready to work hard. But when you say do for a problem, I'm looking for a problem, but I haven't seen. I would really like you to be very practical. Okay, thank you very much, Ngozi. She wants you to be practical. She wants something, do this.
Let me give her the most. Okay. Yeah.
But before you go, let's just take this call, then you get it. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and the location?
David.
Okay, David, where are you calling from?
Niger.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What's today's passcode? Okay, please call me back. Maybe the network is not so clear. You can go ahead and answer Ngozi's question that needs...
So if this whole idea of solving problems, it sounds very foreign. Let me give you one very practical way. You see a business in your neighborhood that is doing well. So let me use a supermarket, for example. And you walk in there and more or less either you present yourself as you're doing market research or whatever. You're asking them, Madam, I see, with the way business is going on here and all that, what's the biggest challenge you're having? I've hardly found any business owner that doesn't have problem. What's the biggest challenge you're having? You will likely hear staff. Is either my staff or this my business is moving. I need additional capital to make this thing work. Or I'm trying to set up a location in another place, but I'm not able to find. They will tell you something that they are struggling with. So the money there is very simple. This person has a problem that they want to solve, and based on how motivated they are, that is where the solution is going to come from. So when people tell you they just want to make money, they just want something that will help them make money. You see, good businesses don't just hang on top of nothing. They have to be based on something that will motivate somebody to spend their money. So what we're answering today is what will make somebody spend their money. And this example I'm giving you, for example, my entire company is built on this. So whether it's fundraising for business, whether it is sales, whether it's I want to start a business, I don't know how to go ahead. I've helped people relocate back from the US and the UK back to their countries. One is in Gambia, the other one is in Uganda. We have in Nigeria. And when I met these people, their biggest problem was, I've been in the US for so long, I want to start a business. I don't know how to go about it. Where do I start? How do I raise money? My job is to help you move from that point to now you are running your business. And what I find is that problems, as they say, wahala no dey finish, particularly in business. When you help the person start, their next problem is, how do I grow? As they are growing, they say, the way I'm growing, my operations, how do I handle it? How do I structure myself? So there are always problems and problems. There are people I've been with now for the past 6-7 years. All I do for them is I just listen to them. And based on what they are telling me, I then propose something and say, that thing you said, I can actually do this. This is the price. They pay. So I'm in the business also, but I've chosen my industry. So when people are just saying, I just want to look for something to do, what you will likely end up doing is one of two things. If you go into something, for example, that is selling, your biggest problem will be competition. Because most people will go where things are easiest. If you look at industries in Nigeria where there's a lot of competition, those are easy industries to enter. Because if you are looking for something that is easy, the next person is looking for something that is easy. So all of you will meet in a very competitive market. But what I've found is that if you focus on hard problems, if you specialize in solving hard problems, my sister, I will not lie to you, the competition is not much. Because people don't want to rack their brains for anything. So the competition is not much. So you have to choose your area. If you are looking for something that is simple, the trade-off there is your problem will be competition. So next time we're on this show, you'll be telling me, I've started this business for 2 years. I'm struggling to make sales. My customers don't stay. You had a problem from the foundation level. You chose an industry that is very competitive. But if you focus on specialized problems, the competition there is not much at all.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
I've turned it off.
Okay, go ahead.
Benjamin calling from Mushi.
Okay, Mr. Benjamin, go. What's the pass code? Today's pass code is what? The line dropped. Sorry. I have another message here. It said, my name is Nnamdi Lua. Today's passcode is idea. Without execution are useless. This person wrote the code exactly the way you did it in the group. So maybe it stands a chance of winning. Nnamdi Lua, thank you very much for your message. Now, we're rounding off the program now. Time for us to go. So what I'll do is we'll continue on the channel. So I want you to go to the channel and follow it. To get to the channel, you need to go to www.activatorhq.com/903FM. When you get there, you will see the Business Strategy Group, VOP 90.3 FM. And then you click on it, you follow it, and then you see today's passcode. Now, the winner will be, the winner will be posted on the channel. You see the person that will win the money. Up for grab is 5,000 naira for your weekend relaxation. So you'll be getting more on the channel. So ensure you are following the channel, because every Thursday you get goodies, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you'll be getting infos, things about business ideas and all of that to be discussing on the channel. So that's why it's important that you follow it. Now, our time is up. So what should be our take home? What are you giving us today as take home? So
it's okay to review what the passcode, right?
Okay, you want to declare the winner?
Let's talk about it. Yeah? is it possible, or I can do something else?
Okay. You could talk about it.
Okay, yeah. So today's passcode is ideas without execution, and this is a very important message, particularly to our listeners who listen and they are not acting on their ideas. Everybody has ideas. So I don't want you to end up in 3 years' time saying, that product that just came out, I'm the first person that had the idea. I had the idea in 2005. Nobody cares about your ideas. People only care about real life products, real life services, and real life businesses. So I want to encourage you to start acting on your idea, no matter how small it is. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. So the winner will be given picture of the winner and everything you will see on the channel. So make sure you're following the channel right now. VOP Business Group. It's there. Just follow the channel and you get all of the information. Thank you so much for coming on the program today. It's always a pleasure. We've been speaking with John Paul Iwoha. He's a business activator. Now, coming up next is Area Matter. Keep it here. Do not change the dial. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaifi Debbie.